You see, I'm 5'9" and I have plenty of headspace right here. So I also wanted a net on my rig so I could have my light and little things that I need at night. So I have reading glasses and hair clips.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our next video. So today we get a chance to talk to Anna. Anna, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. This is great.
Yeah, and so Anna, tell us a little bit about what you're driving in right now.
So I'm driving a 2013 Toyota Sienna. It's an all-wheel drive, and I got her in July, and I already put 12,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Yes, I got new tires for it. It's ready to go off-road, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
And you did a no-build build, right?
That's exactly right. It took me a whole entire day to put it together with stuff I already had in my house.
So not including the price of the vehicle, how much do you think you have invested in the inside of the
The inside is probably maybe $200 because I had most of it. Most of the stuff, it was already from the Jeep I had before. Okay. I've camped my entire life, so I've had things to put inside, and I only had to get a couple of little things here and there for it.
So that begs the question, how long have you been a nomad?
So I've been traveling alone and exploring since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Yes, I grew up in Brazil. So my parents were divorced at the time, and I would tell my mom I was at my dad's, and I would tell my dad's I was at my mom's. Don't tell them. And I would get my backpack and my allowance and just explore. It was fantastic.
So it's really just kind of in your blood that you just want to go explore and adventure.
Oh, exactly. I camped my entire life. As I was raising kids, it slowed down a little bit. Okay. But my kids are grown now, and now I can explore like weeks at a time.
The Sienna is somewhat new to you. What other vehicles have you been a nomad in?
I started with no vehicles. I was too young to drive.
Oh, okay.
And as time passed, I got a motorcycle, so I was motorcycle camping a lot.
Nice.
So that was pretty simple. I only had my tent. I had my backpacking backpack with my stuff inside, and I just went for it. I got a Jeep after that, and I was camping in the Jeep a lot with an extended tent in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as I got the Sienna, I feel like I'm in a palace. There's so much room.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that. How do you compare the Jeep to the Sienna?
I'm 5'9", so the Jeep was a little tight for me.
All right.
Like just the length of it and the headspace as well.
Yeah.
So the Sienna fits everything I need, and I can just stretch inside. I can sit up, and I don't hit my head on top of the car or anything. It's fantastic.
And being all-wheel drive, you can get to a lot of the places. Not as far as you can get in a Jeep, but you can still get a lot of places.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems yet. I'm careful. I don't go places that I for sure would get stuck, but I've been off-road.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Well, let's just get into the tour, shall we?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Well, welcome to my home. I have a very simple setup. I have two setups actually for this van. One is with a cot, so then I have a lot more room. Okay. And I can store things underneath the cot. But this one here is the setup for when I expect my husband to come and travel with me part of the time at least. Okay. He's not here right now, but I have the big bed in case he flies in or meets me somewhere, and then we have the setup for him.
And so you can have two people in here relatively comfortably.
Yes, yes. Even though he's 6'2", we both fit. This is a mattress that my son used in college. Once he graduated, he gave it to me. Okay. It's an extra long twin bed.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and it fits two people. You know, it's very cozy, which is good.
Yeah, keep you warm.
It keeps you warm.
Yeah.
So this is an extra long twin mattress. It's a regular mattress, and I have two sleeping bags, one inside of the other. I do go where it's cold. I just hit some snow not too long ago, and the two sleeping bags plus a blanket is plenty warm. I don't need any other heating devices or anything. And
so you don't have a furnace or anything, do you?
I don't. I don't even have a power bank, actually. I also have a toilet here. I think it's very needed especially for women. I cannot live without my little toilet. And it also serves other purposes. If I'm somewhere and I don't want to sit in my camping chair, I can just sit on this outside.
Oh, so it works as a seat.
Yes, it does. It's pretty comfy, actually.
Yeah.
Watching the sunset, watching the sunrise, it's great. For the inside, what I use is those horse pallets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So do you just get those at like a feed store or something like that?
It's super cheap. An enormous bag was $15, I believe. It's very cheap. It works really well. It keeps the smell to a reasonable level.
Okay.
So here I have my kitchen. I don't have a fridge, but I have a cooler. The cooler is not to keep food safe, but it keeps my fruit and my protein shakes cool, which I prefer. So I don't actually need it, but I want it. Down here I have enough water for myself for several days and some dried food. I have canned beans, rice, potatoes, and some ready-to-eat foods. I can warm it up by using a very nice, nifty gadget that I also got on Amazon, but I've had it for many, many years. It boils enough water for coffee and also to warm up my rice and beans and things like that. So I don't have any other thing to cook except this.
Wow, that's very, very simple. And it just runs off of a battery.
Yes, it plugs in the car.
So when you say you do your beans in that little device, how do you do that?
So I get a container that I have in my little pantry right there. I drain the beans from the can. I put it inside that container, the rice, same thing, and then the boiling water on top of it. It warms up the beans and the rice. I drain that out and then season it.
That's super simple.
Super simple.
So
and then I have warm food.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. So you don't need to carry a stove or anything.
I don't.
Do you find that you eat out more, or do you eat in your rig more?
I grew up in Brazil and I eat rice and beans as my staple food.
Yeah.
So for me, that is actually better and more delicious than anything else. But sometimes, I'm human. I want to eat a burger or I want to have some pancakes and eggs. So then I go out and have that. I have a little pantry that is for breakfast and snacks. So I have oatmeal right here. I have peanut butter and some protein bars. And this is usually what I have for breakfast and snacks. One rule I made for myself is that I don't have chips or cookies or things like that in the car because I for sure would eat that instead of my healthy food. So if I want any chips, if I want to eat a cookie, I go out, I eat it, and it doesn't come back with me.
I'm definitely guilty of that.
I know, and I'm human too. I would totally have the chips instead of an apple if it was available to me.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So then up here, I carry extra gear. So let's say I go to where there's snow. I bring my winter gear, my boots, my spikes, everything that I need for winter. Or when it's summer, I bring my stand-up pedal board or more hiking gear, depending on if I'm going to go backpacking, for example. Then I need more gear to be out there in the wood. Okay, and also I have a tiny little gym in my rig. So my rig is not very heavy, so I can bring a couple of dumbbells. So this is my gym, this tiny little box.
That's so small.
So I have a band, and this is so convenient right here. So I can exercise right there. Bands for your legs, and a couple of dumbbells. So when I am exercising, working out, I just leave my stuff out here like that. I do my workouts, put everything back, and that's it. This is the back of my van. I don't have a garage, but this is my closet. So what I travel with is my winter boots when needed, my hiking shoes or everyday shoes, and flip-flops to go shower, or if it's summertime, just hanging out. So those three things, it's all I have for shoe wear. But here's my closet, and I have toiletries, clothes, and first aid kit in these. I try to get my clothing to be thin enough that I can layer, so I'm warm enough, but at the same time, it doesn't take a lot of room in my closet.
People always want to know, how do you keep clean on the road?
Well, I have my wipes that I can use on the everyday, but I also take showers at Planet Fitness or truck stops every 2 or 3 days. So in the summertime, I have this little fan right here, and it's plenty for circulation. Here I have my office, what I consider my office. It's this bag with everything that I need, like computer, my paperwork, and everything that I need to do. Some work on the road. And I usually go to libraries. I try to find a library. It's really quiet. It's really nice. People are excellent at libraries anywhere I've been to. They're super nice and free Wi-Fi and everything. So that's the office right there. So I want to show you guys this. Okay, this is a little trick for airflow. I think it's called rain gutter guard. And you buy it at Home Depot for $1.50 or something like that. It comes in white, so you kind of, if you want it to blend in, you just paint it black. For my car, the window is a little big for it, so I had to add some duct tape to the sides. And then you just install it here, like that. So I usually do it from the inside, so it's easier for me on the inside. But it just goes like that. And you close your window on both sides and you got airflow. And you know, since I'm camping when it's cold, when it's hot, if it's really hot outside, this is a lifesaver because the airflow is fantastic, having it on both sides. And I also have something I can put back here. It's a big net that goes back here. So if I'm camping somewhere safe, I just put the net back here, those two out there, and I have plenty of airflow. When I'm inside, you see I'm 5'9" and I have plenty of headspace right here. So I also wanted a net on my rig so I could have my light and little things that I need at night. So I have reading glasses and hair clips. I have eye mask, things that I need at night that I can just, when I'm laying down, just reach over and grab it. And I have a library on this side. So I have my books on this door right there, reading glasses, and I'm set.
Oh, nice. And yeah, what do you do for lighting in here?
Lighting, I have my emergency lighting right here, and I have little lights all over the place like that. I have a mosquito light that I call mosquito light because if I'm somewhere where there are bugs, I hang this one right there. Turn on the mosquito little light right there. I don't know if you can see, but it's glowing purple. Oh. And it works well. Okay, so when I got the Sienna, the floor is not really leveled. And I left the back seats there. They are under all of this stuff. But I took these seats out. I didn't want to take the rails that come because I want to be able to put the seats back if I want to. But then it was all unleveled. What did I do? I went to Home Depot again. I got a flat sheet of plywood, cut it just a length. The width fits perfectly. Oh. And I used that to level my floors. I used some exercise mats to make it soft on top of it, and then a rug. So it's plenty soft. Yeah. I don't hurt my knees when I'm kneeling down or sitting here. It's plenty soft. One other thing I want to add is that you see how the Sienna has these hooks right here? It holds my cabinet in place. So it doesn't move around when I'm driving. I don't have to strap it in or anything. This holds it in place. And I also have the front of the cabinet being higher than the back by using this little mat right here. Gravity keeps the drawers in place. So the drawers don't open when I'm driving either.
Anna, thank you very much for the tour of your very simple, no-build build that you did in your Sienna. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Now, one of the questions I like to ask people is, what's your favorite thing about being a nomad?
Meeting people, being in nature, those two things. Like, I was just here at the WRTR, and I met so many wonderful women. Like, they all have their different stories, their different cars, their different vans, and it's amazing how everyone comes together with a different story, but we all get along and we all support each other. I love that.
You had the commonality of we all like some sort of freedom, but everybody has their own story. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. Oh. And nothing beats nature. Like being out there and smelling the smells and seeing the sunset and the sunrise. It's so good.
Folks out there, what do you think of her Sienna? What do you think of her lifestyle? We'd love to hear in the comments below. If you got anything out of today's video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, and until next time, see you down the road. So long.